Hey everybody, Rudham here for episode 2 of my Noah's Ark playthrough. So last episode we set up everything that you see here, and I'm kind of proud about how much progress we made in just 1 hour. We have a refrigerated kitchen, we have a crafting room that's, kind of messy, well supplied, a rec room that has some basic rec, a big old dining room. Yes, things are messy and whatnot. Everything's made out of marble, a giant walled-in farm. We have the makings of a very nice start to a base. So this episode is going to be about research and setting up like kill boxes and the like. Because yes, people will attack Noah and his family. So that's, of concern. I'll put it that way. Yeah. What else am I doing? Did a little bit of hunting. I've been trying to mine out as much of the compact machinery as I can around the map. What occurs to me is that I need to pick one of my pawns, maybe Ham, and set them up to clean. And then another one to set to haul. I have dedicated haulers and cleaners. Let's actually, on that thought, make sure that we have a properly intelligent home zone, which I think we do. I've changed my mind to remove the concrete and put in wood. Oh, work frenzy. That's really good. My researcher has a work frenzy. Oh, he's still trying to tame some buffalo. Alright, so now that we have microelectronics, if I look at the architect, we have a high-tech research bench that we now can make. And that is the toppest of top priorities. So we can get researching super quick. And we just got ourselves a Muffalo. Named him Muffalo 1. Getting this research fence all set up. All the while getting hit by lightning. Cool. Alright, nice. How's our power? We're still generating plenty. That's great. So the first thing I'm going to research is the multi-analyzer. That's going to require some gold. I think I mined out a little bit, maybe. At least I thought I had. Maybe I hadn't. I'll have to find gold. That might be the bottleneck challenge now. Seems like our base is continually getting set on fire. Cool. Another thing I can do is to get a comms console built. And then set up sort of a trade beacon area. So I'll have to find a spot I like for that. Maybe just there. That will increase the amount of possible trade I can obviously have. And that will probably short circuit. Alright, so if we create a stockpile here, at least we can see what we want the layout to be. And I think what I'll do is I'll just put this in one big rectangle instead, so I have extra space around it. It's a nice big space. My sloppy clicking, obviously. And remove a little bit of roofing. Okie doke. I'm deciding to limit the access, so I'm going to remove some doors. Raiders that aren't sappers get attracted to dooring, so I'm going to minimize the amount of doors I have. How are my bedrooms? Mediocre, decent, decent, decent. And the mediocre one is mediocre because it has some dirt. Alright, so now I have a comms console, which should allow me to call in for trade. Plowing ahead with the multi-analyzer research. And there's definitely some new stuff added to this version, as I'm sure you've been able to surmise, I should say, not demise. Alright, so we have 2 buffalo. Animal zones. So we want to probably tell these animals where to go. So new. Oh, what am I trying to do? Animal. A new animal area. I'm just gonna name it zoo. I don't really have a thought for this, and I'm just gonna let them graze here. I don't really have a spot for them yet. The buffalo might be useful for hauling, especially later on. So I'll keep them around. Train them some basic obedience. Give that a fancy old name. Placing some doors I blew out. So I'm going to have one on the east, one on the west. I might need more kill boxes, but that's what I'm going to have for now. Alright, I have some idle pawns. Which is fine. Let's see, dumping stockpile. I'm going to remove this stockpile, and then we can start hauling that stuff over. I also want to get some turreting pretty soon as well. That's going to be important for defense purposes. Wow, we are generating almost no power right now. Alright, so this is inside, which is good. Let's run power along the perimeter. I like to wire things up often more than they need to be, just so that if we have a blowout anywhere, we're not screwed. Okay, so we have low food. Well, that's not true. We have low edible food. We have plenty of food. Quite a noisy storm. So this nice stockpile is looking good. Let's build roof here and remove it here. Alright, I figured that cougar was going to become a problem. Should have dealt with it a little sooner. I'll deal with it now. Guess we could try taming it, try rescuing it. That is sort of the point, right? Ham. Already tending to the cougar? Great. Almost done with this big old stockpile. I'm gonna delete the 4 spots that I have unroofed, so we don't store anything there. Put some lamps in it so we move around it quicker. And start with kill boxes. So if I want kill boxes, I obviously need to deconstruct some of these structures that are out here so they don't provide cover to the enemy. I'm also going to change this a little bit. Should have thought of that ahead of time, but oh well. And then we'll start the defense. I could do a bunch of deadfall traps. That's always really effective, but I'm not sure that's the route I want to take. Oh no. It's burning our wood. Just gonna have them wake up briefly and haul that as much as we can before it all goes. It gets toasted. That's enough of it, I think. Nice. So one is fully obedient now, which is going to be useful. Stupid fires are finally getting put out. And we have our multi-analyzer, which is fantastic. I don't know what to research next quite yet, so I'm going to take a second. So if we want a multi-analyzer, we need plasteel and gold, of which we have none. I didn't see any plasteel. I think I looked around a lot. If there was some, I would have spotted it by now. So instead, we can backtrack and start planning double strand. Actually, let's work towards weapon research. Going to remove some roofing. This will obviously be an insect spawning ground. Unless I fill it up, which I probably will do with limestone. So I'm going to have him make... Actually, let's just do straight limestone. We can use limestone for art. Alright, so the cougar's finally back up. Ham is attempting to tame. That was quick. Our stockpile is becoming somewhat well lit. Something wrong here. Oh yeah. There we go. Real simple. This will obviously take more marble than we currently have. I haven't researched any of the new turrets yet, or even have general turret tech, so we'll need that as well. There's a lot of stuff we need. Ooh, a social fight. Wasn't that useful? Generally speaking, let's check. So Noah dislikes Niall, one of his daughter-in-laws. But other than that, I think that's the only real rivalry. And they're not even really rivals yet. She's just insulting him or something, I don't know. They really whacked each other pretty good. so we're finally getting some of the bridging down so we can fully wall off our farm. Who's got a work frenzy? Ham. Alright. Suppose that's good. Looks like we're going to need to do some more hunting. Muffalo hunting, to be precise. And we have a cougar. Which is gonna be useful. Another mouth to feed, sure, but animals can come to our defense. That's not useful. Run! I guess the person that has a shoot frenzy should come join, right? I suppose this makes it easier. It brings my food to me. Except for Ada's not very quick because of that social fight she had. So she's going to get knocked out. And there's nothing I can do about it. I just have to make sure she doesn't die. She's not even fatally bleeding. Alright, let's bring all of our shooters to bear. Be a lot easier if I had a kill box and turrets, wouldn't it? But I don't. Just have a volley of arrows. And an age-old kiting, bounding Overwatch technique. How I didn't get hit there, I have no idea. Man, they're pushing me to the edge of the map. Alright, that's enough of them at least. Huskies join. Cool. That's useful. Especially for hauling. Let's put them in our zoo for now while we train them. Someone needs to rescue Ada. It looks like Ham's already... No, Ham's not doing it. Nama is doing it. The mother! And we're pulling her bow, putting the bow back. So let's see. Female, female, male. Cool. Already starting our little animal collection. It's getting pretty quick, I'd have to say. Finally working on that kill box. Got machining, so now for gunsmithing. I'm not going to worry. I'm going to research prosthetics, but the intention is not to have big prosthetically enhanced, you know, people. That's not really what I'm aiming for here. So let's poker table might not be something I build. Given that Sodom and Gomorrah is getting washed away due to gambling and debauchery, so maybe I won't be debase myself. So the psychic drones will affect Noah more so than everyone else because he's psychically sensitive. So that's something to keep in mind and consider. I'll have to be careful about that. I'm surprised we haven't had any orbital trade offers yet. I'm not that surprised. But it would have been nice, I guess is what I'm trying to say. This kill box is coming together. Let's see. I guess I could put in some tailoring benchies. Benchies. Just ignore me. I don't know what I'm talking about. Benches. Got some gunsmithing. And I might rearrange the placement of stuff. Finally getting cloth for that that billiards table. Not sure what I can build yet. Bunch of bolt actions, I guess. I'm gonna wait until I have slightly better gun research. Ooh, getting some heal root. I like the new look of the heal root, I gotta say. It's far more attractive than it once was. Let's get rid of this double door. We are racing through this research. It's pretty cool. Alright, so the kill box is kind of done. We can put some steel turrets in. I'll Q2 up. Have some false power, so that we can turn them off and on at ease. Man, you really got beat up badly. She took quite a beating. Looks like we already need some more wood. I don't think do things in small measures. And we're gonna need some toques soon. We do have some cloth left over that we're not using for the billiards table, so I can make toques out of that. Toques and jackets. I can make jackets, or dusters rather, out of the blue fur. Why people are... That's not going to be happening. I'm gonna slaughter her. We have a male and female already, so although it's mean to, we load 2x2. That's sort of the deal. I'm gonna go ahead and open up these gun ports, and then sandbag it and expand the flooring a little bit. We're finally working on the other one, although this other grizzly bear I got a keen eye on. I don't want it to go and treat me like food. Alright, I'm gonna backtrack and get double strand, just so that we can start planning it for next season. And set a lamp in there to allow us to move about a little more rapidly. I can always flick it off when the raids start. And then we have to get rid of all these pre-constructed crap. Let's see. They don't need food, that's good. Alright, so we have a lot of limestone now. Going to fill in some of the areas that have that have overhead mountain. Just clog that hole, so to speak. This grizzly bear I have to keep an eye on. Alright. Given that I have these like super ponds, a lot of progress in a short period of time. Quite a lot. Okay, got the double strand. Sterile materials will help research a little faster. So I might as well get those up and running. And we have our second proper raid. And they've got guns to boot. What was the message that it sent? They're waiting a while. Alright. Let's see if we can't work on this lovely kill box. Before it comes in. Before they come in. I can always reinstall the turrets where I need them. That's a possibility that I have to keep in mind. So I don't have guns yet. I could smith them, but I've been holding off. Because I want assault rifles and sniper rifles. And I'm getting that now. Now it's possible that they... no, they're likely to come this side. Alright, so let's reinstall these. And do it quickly. So who is Ham and Shem? And then... the rest of them get into position. There's not a heck of a lot of cover, so we're going to have to make do. Looks like they're not attacking the correct angle, so I have to go kind of poke the beast. Get back here. There we go. Yeah, I needed that retaining wall a little sooner. What they're choosing to attack is kind of curious to me. It's not really high quality stuff. We'll just overwhelm them with arrows. Don't really feel like getting micro-pistoled. Alright, so this one is going to be able to get out. And there's not much I can do to stop it. We did want to capture as many as we could, so... I'll set that up. And capture another one. Nice and swell. This is not a good place for a prison because it's too central, so it's something I'm going to have to fix in the long run. Prisoners, release and release. Could put a little prison here. Back to the research. Also, we're going to want an electric crematorium to break down the bodies of the deceased. I'm just going to eat... You know what? Actually, I can bump this out. Makes the most sense. Alright, so we do have a tailor bench, which is good, because we have some stuff we want to tailor pretty soon. Finish off that retaining wall. That will really help with the raids, because they kind of waltzed right in. I need false power here, so I can turn these turrets off, so I'm not using up my juice. But for now, ooh, I can't even uninstall them. There we go. Now that they're not using power. Oh, so these are actually... I don't know if I get credit for letting him escape. I think he went escaping? Maybe I released him, I'm not sure which. We'll see in a second. Yep, I released him. Okay. Yeah, if he was escaping, he'd have to break some doors down. Does that make sense? So I'm getting some rep for releasing them, which is good. Okay, they're no longer my enemy. So if I look at the factions, we can see these we're a little neutral. We are very low on marble blocks, aren't we? I've been using them, leaning on a lot of marble for a lot of my construction projects. Shem will cook up some more. One thing I could do is create a dumping stockpile here. Call it marble blocks. Set it up to be preferred for chunks of... Oops. Misclicking a lot. Chunks of marble. Now if I zoom out, set up a hall of marble, and that way it makes it a little bit easier. So pawns that have downtime will now haul. Ooh, wow, a warg. I have to keep an eye on all this megafauna that are dangerous. Alright, back to limestone. Almost done walling up all the limestone. And this can be a prison. The Hall of the Marbles proving to be helpful. Soon we'll have a crematorium. Let's pop these doors open. And reinstall these turrets, and then we'll need turrets on the other side. For now, I think 4 is enough. I'll expand when needed. Maybe 5. Or 6. Okay, so we almost have precision rifling. Uranium slug turret. That sounds effing awesome, if I do say so myself. Another thing we want to do is toques. We're going to do until we have Oops. Didn't want 100. I wanted 10 of them. Oh, a heat wave. Late in the summer, so possibly it won't be too hot. Where'd the other one die? Oh no, the other one escaped, that's right. Alright. I'm gonna put the herbal in here. So it doesn't spoil. Okay, we got precision rifling. Next most important, just do tree sowing. It's a low-hanging fruit. Smithy, we don't even have plasteel. So if we wanted an assault rifle, let's say. Components and steel, yeah. We'll make 4 assault rifles and 3 sniper rifles. It's weird to think Noah and his family are going to have all these, like, weapons and shit. And Shem will be the one responsible to craft that. He's making the toques now. So you can see people putting on the toques. I'm going to have him do the toques first and then the rifles, so that the rifles are higher quality if possible. So the base is getting... Oh, I can leave these open again. Uncomfortably hot. I think... Oh, we don't have a lot of wood. I was going to say if we had a lot of wood, I would just go ahead and... I would go ahead and... build passive coolers here and there, but we don't really have a lot of wood. Ooh, a masterwork toque. Not bad. So we have our western turrets. I guess we could just place the eastern turrets. That might be the last toque we're able to make, because we're out of cloth. I could be wrong about that. And I think before we make anything else, I want dusters, and I'm going to make 10 of those as well, with whatever leather we have available. So these guys are nearly hull trained, which is good. Okay, now we have all the turrets we need. Pretty rudimentary kill boxes, but they'll do in a pinch. I think there's only one more limestone spot I need to fill in. Yep. Alright, now this is for prisoners. Okay, so everyone's got a toque. Now Shem should be working on the dusters once he's awake. Why do we need these many chairs? We don't. Oh! Got a lynx fighting me. I guess I really need to wall off a farm area. I hope I don't suffer any permanent... Oh, Georgia won. That's good. Animal spot. And make sure this is within the zoo zone. And that way she'll heal herself. Or go to be healed, I should say. Okay, so I got tree sowing. Prosthetics. Smoke pot, I don't know. Geothermal. We have geothermal could be useful. We have a steam geyser nearby, a few of them actually. The one to the east is kind of annoying because it will be it will block it will block some important stuff. Set up some more mining. Orders. Let's go ahead and remove some floor. Leave the road intact. What is it made out of? Broken asphalt? Road's fine. This is what I want to build, so I need more marble for that. But Shem's been working on dusters. I'll let him continue on dusters. If we have a rotting corpse in the corner of our base, so be it. Not a big deal. Just removing all the other sort of construction stuff around the base that doesn't need to exist. So Shem should be leveling up in his skill, crafting skill. I think he started off as a 12, so yeah, he's leveling up. And then we'll let him do the weapons. The weapons are more important to be high quality, because you don't make them that often. Alright, these doors we should pop open. Did we heal you? Yes, we did. So one way I can use... this is a big growing zone that I wouldn't want to have to go to waste. I'll have to think about that. There's one way to feed animals without a whole lot of effort is just to plant hay and let them get hay for themselves. But if I want devil strand stuff, it's also useful to be able to grow it in mass. But I think this is enough space for Devil Strand. Especially given that I have a static 8 amount of survivors. And that number's not likely to change. Okay, so we're doing a pretty good job removing all this unnecessary construction. We're going to have a lot of random... this doesn't need to be an auto door. You want to eat me, you gotta beat me. Ada's been the one getting beat up lately. Alright, so George is fully trained to haul. Is Boris? Yeah, they're fully trained to haul. So animals, I'm going to have them unrestricted. So they can actually help us haul. Having animals do a lot of hauling for us will be super nice. I'm going to have a random dumping stockpile of limestone. Just because there's a lot of limestone around the base that I need gone because it provides cover for the enemies. Like all this stuff. This is more limestone than we have space to haul it. But also all these limestone blocks will be good to wall off the ship once I'm making it. Okay, that door is entirely unnecessary. Put a regular marble in there. Heat wave's finally over. Caravan request. They want to purchase marine armor, and they'll give us a vanometric power cell. If I knew what marine armor was... I don't even know where it would be. Fabrication, probably. It's probably not a request I'm going to be able to fulfill. But that's okay. The thing is, I attempted to. Or I thought about it. I'd really like the vanometric, but if I don't have the gold and plasteel for fabrication, there's really nothing I can do about that. Just haven't had any trade opportunities. I guess... Can I do transport pod? Yeah, I could research transport pod and try to trade with my potential allies until they're willing to send... Attacking Boris for food. That one's actually a little bit easier. So it has to run through... Oh, damn it! It's not... Ah, crap. Okay. I think I might need to do a purge of all of the carnivorous megafauna. I can leave foxes and the like, but I've been having to do that a lot. No, there isn't really a lot of megafauna left. There's just a warg. So how about you three that were out here? Go find this warg. Alright, where's the warg? So in the south. So 1, 2, 3. I don't know what you were doing previous, but go warg hunting. And I think the cougar is mine, right? Nope, cougar is not mine. Okay. Kill the cougar first. Ooh, exotic goods. Okay, who is my social? It was Ada. She's hurt right now. Healthier negotiator. Yeah, that's not going to happen. I'm going to sell my cougar only because... No, I'll keep her. She'll be able to haul soon. So how much gold do I need for this thing? 20. It's not much. I want 20 gold and 50 plasteel. I might not... Oh, I'm able to afford it all. Swell. Alright, these guys... Let's go a little bit max range. Done. One more down here, wherever the warg is. There it is. Already working on the multi-analyzer. Look at that. Reading my mind. Alright, where's this warg? Slightly out of range. Eventually I'll be taming these things, but I'd like better arms and armor before I attempt it. Just because doing it at this moment will get me shredded by a warg. Okay, so now we have a multi-analyzer, which opens up fabrication. So I'm going to ditch geothermal for now and go straight to fab. Sorry, geothermal. It's not that you're not important. It's that I have better things to do. It's weird seeing all these blocks out there from where there used to be projects, buildings, and the like. Alright, these all can turn off. Not too much mining left here. If this turns into an infestation hive, that's fine. It's much, much, much further from the base than the other one. Let's see. Remove. Nope. It all can be removed. And we have cargo pods. Well, I am actually well up over my hour by 2 full minutes. Not a big deal. But I'm going to have to say my regular spiel. If you got feedback, drop me a line. If you have any sort of comments, you know, feel free to share. And I thank you all for watching. So tune in next time for episode 3. This has been episode 2, and it is my pleasure to bring it to you. Adios, everybody.